Picture a CEO. Let's call him Gary. Gary isn't a writer. He hasn't written a marketing campaign in 20 years. But Gary just typed a sentence into an AI, and in 3 seconds, he got a result that looks fine. The grammar is perfect. The tone is professional. It uses all the right buzzwords. Gary looks at this output and thinks, this is great. Why am I paying a copywriting team $500,000 a year when this robot does it for $20 a month? So, Gary fires the writers. But here's the problem. Gary doesn't know that the email is generic. He doesn't know it lacks the emotional hook that drives sales. He doesn't know it hallucinates a feature the product doesn't have. Gary can't see the flaws because Gary doesn't have the expertise to judge the quality of the work. He only sees the speed of the work. This isn't just corporate greed. It is a cognitive malfunction. We are witnessing a mass psychological event in the business world. It is the weaponization of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Executives are replacing experts they don't understand with algorithms they don't understand, all based on the illusion that looking correct is the same thing as being correct. Today we are diagnosing the Dunning-Kruger CEO and explaining why the AI revolution is currently being led by the people least qualified to manage it. To understand why your boss thinks ChatGPT can replace you, we have to revisit the Dunning-Kruger effect. Most people think this effect just means dumb people think they are smart, but the actual definition is more specific. Low ability at a task leads to an overestimation of ability. If you know nothing about plumbing, fixing a sink looks easy. It's just a pipe, right? It is only when you start learning plumbing that you realize how complex, messy, and difficult it actually is. Your confidence drops because your knowledge increases. Here is the crisis. Most CEOs are at the peak of Mount Stupid regarding the technical skills of their employees. A CEO knows how to run a business. They rarely know how to write production-level code, design a complex UX interface, or craft nuanced legal arguments. Because they lack the metacognition, thinking about thinking. To understand the nuance of your job, they look at the AI's output and think it looks just as good as yours. They are physically incapable of seeing the difference between competent and expert. This leads to a phenomenon called the illusion of competence. AI large language models, LLMs, are designed to be confident. They don't stutter. They don't say, "I'm not sure." They output code or text that is syntactically perfect. To a non-expert, confidence equals competence. If a junior developer comes to the CEO and says, "This feature is really hard. I'm struggling with the API," the CEO sees friction. If the AI spits out code instantly without complaining, the CEO sees efficiency. But the Dunning-Kruger CEO cannot read the code. They can't see that the AI used a deprecated library. They can't see the security vulnerability. They are judging the tip of the iceberg, the surface-level presentation, while ignoring the massive submerged reality, logic, security, maintainability. They are firing the people who understand the iceberg because they fell in love with the tip. This brings us to the polished turd problem. In psychology, we know that humans are biased toward fluency. Heuristic. If something is easy to read or looks pretty, we assume it is true and high quality. AI generates maximum fluency. A mid-level graphic designer might show you a sketch that looks rough because it's a work in progress. Midjourney shows you a glossy, finished image in 4 seconds. The Dunning-Kruger CEO looks at the glossy image and says, "Wow, this is better than my designer." But look closer. The hands have 6 fingers. The lighting makes no sense. The branding is inconsistent. The CEO doesn't care, or rather, doesn't know to care because they aren't a visual artist. They are optimizing for speed and cost, assuming quality is a constant, but quality is not a constant. It is degrading. We are seeing a shift from best in class to good enough. And because the people in charge cannot distinguish between the two, they are betting the company on good enough. Here is where the Dunning-Kruger bias becomes fatal for a company. When a CEO fires the senior writers, coders, or designers to replace them with AI, they are severing the institutional memory. The AI does not know why your legacy code is written that way. The AI does not know that your biggest client hates the color blue. The AI does not know the brand voice you spent 10 years building. This is the difference between explicit knowledge, what you can write down, and tacit knowledge, wisdom, experience. AI has zero tacit knowledge. The Dunning-Kruger CEO thinks the job is just typing words or writing brackets. They don't realize the job is actually context management. By removing the humans, they remove the context. 6 months later, when the AI-generated code breaks, and it will, there is no one left in the building who understands how to fix it. The CEO has fired the pilot because the autopilot worked on a sunny day. There is a darker psychological layer here, the feedback loop. If a CEO fires their experts, who is left to tell the CEO that the AI's work is bad? No one. The CEO is now surrounded by yes men, the AI, and junior employees who are too terrified to speak up. The quality of the product drops, but the CEO's perception of the quality remains high because they lack the critical feedback loop. They are existing in a reality distortion field. They look at the P&L sheet and see they saved money on salaries. They don't see the technical debt or brand debt accruing in the background. It's like stopping maintenance on a car to save money. It looks brilliant for 3 months. It looks catastrophic in 3 years. So how do we solve this? If you are an employee or a leader, how do you escape the Dunning-Kruger trap? 1. Reframe the role from generator to architect. We need to stop selling our labor as I write words or I write code. We need to sell our labor as I have the taste and judgment to know which words are right. AI is a generator. Humans must be the editors and architects. The value isn't in the creation anymore. It is in the curation. 2. Expose the complexity. Don't make your job look easy. This is a hard habit to break. We want to look competent, so we hide the struggle. But if you make it look effortless, the Dunning-Kruger CEO assumes it is effortless. Show your work. Explain the why. Explain the edge cases. Remind them that the expertise lies in the decisions, not the output. 3. The Turing test for quality. Challenge the output. If a CEO says the AI can do it, run a blind test. Put the AI work next to the expert work, but, and this is key, have it graded by a third-party expert, not the CEO. Data breaks the bias. AI is an incredible tool. It will change everything. But a tool in the hands of a master is a craft. A tool in the hands of a novice is a liability. We are currently living through the novice era of AI management. The companies that win in the next decade won't be the ones that replaced everyone with robots. They will be the ones that used robots to make their experts twice as powerful. If you are a CEO watching this, trust your experts. You hired them for a reason. And if you are an expert, hold the line. Quality always matters in the end. I want to know, have you seen the Dunning-Kruger CEO in action at your workplace? Tell me the horror stories in the comments below. If this video validated your frustration, hit that like button and subscribe to Psychology Every Day.